You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Our console is missing, so we have to banter a little.
Oh, hey, really?
It's all up to us here.
You people out in the wide world, what's going on? Answer me. Why wouldn't you speak to me? I love you. Why won't you love me back? Wow, Justin, you downed that. Holy crap, that's dangerous.
Really good. It's really good.
Right?
So Thomas recommended this wonderful drink here. It was Dr. Pepper and Caribbean rum. God, I love that. I need to get some more Dr. Pepper. I've heard of some very interesting drinks with Dr. Pepper.
The first time I tried that combo, I went over my sister's for a game night, and I was fully intending to be drunk that night.
Okay.
Whenever I drink, I fully intend to get drunk because I don't drink recreationally, I guess.
Sure.
I can get drunk every now and again as a treat, but I remember I poured the rum into the cup I was using for the mixer, and my brother-in-law was just like, "Whoa, man!" I'm like, "No, it's fine. I'm intending this."
Okay.
Or like heavy poured, but
very nice.
I hosted or I was the narrator for the game of Werewolf that we were playing, and it was a ton of fun because I was like just walking around spouting narration nonsense.
Oh, okay.
And just walking around this like fire pit, but everyone seemed to be having a good time from what I recall.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, cool. No, rum and Dr. Pepper make an excellent combo. Specifically, I was told coconut Malibu and strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, but I'm guessing that's like tooth-rottingly sweet.
That sounds good.
151 rum.
There's another one though. Dr. Pepper, coffee. I'm trying to think of what else. Like cream.
There's a really good Dominican Republic rum.
Malibu. Is that a Malibu Beach?
And my brother-in-law got me. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I think that's the name of the drink.
It's called the Myrtle Beach.
Something Beach. I feel like it's something Beach.
Sex on the Beach?
Nah. It's a Dr. Pepper coffee. It sounds really weird.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Cocktails with
I saw it.
Dr. Pepper.
It's not even a cocktail, really. It's just a drink.
Malibu and Dr. Pepper. That doesn't involve coffee. Like that's just Dr. Pepper and coffee. There's no. Okay. The fucking.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Myrtle Beach. Yep. This is the TikTok here. So Dr. Pepper, vanilla syrup, coffee, and half and half.
Apparently, it's involved with the Glass Cannon podcast. Maybe that's where you heard of it.
That's where I did hear it. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I've been very intrigued by that. Now after having this drink, I'm even more intrigued. I don't think there's a thing. I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to make it well. You know, you got to get those ratios just right.
Ratios do matter.
Oh yes,
ratios matter. That's why they call it mixologist. Oh, Aaron's been getting into the sauce. Aaron's saucing up at work. Look at this saucy boy.
I'm not saucing up at work.
Look at him. He's saucy.
I'm not saucy.
He hiccuped. That's if cartoons have taught me anything, a hiccup means you've been drinking.
Yeah, I'm drinking Mellow Yellow.
Ew, why?
Is this good?
Ew. Oh, it's not.
It's podcast brought to you by Mellow Yellow.
This
kidding,
podcast
it's
not
not.
brought.
We are not sponsored by Mellow Yellow
God,
or
I
Coca-Cola Co.
I do not like Mellow Yellow. I don't get what people do.
Who do you think would sponsor us? I don't even know. Hey, okay, I know one of your biggest complaints is we don't real dice anymore. If we were ever sponsored by a dice company, we would have to roll real dice.
So what you're saying is my homework is try to find a dice company to sponsor us. Got it.
But then we'd have to set up dice cams.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like a lot
I
of
didn't
work.
say I didn't say that was a bad thing. I'm just saying we'd have to do it.
It wouldn't be that hard. I mean, just add another video thing, I guess. But anyway, yeah.
I say it wouldn't be that hard, having done absolutely none of the technical work on this stream.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
so the dice cam would end up having to be on our side, so we'd have to like flip. We'd have to have like an OBS open with different scenes, and we'd have to flip to the scene when we roll. It wouldn't be too hard.
No, we just have a standalone sorry dice popper. That when we roll, we click a virtual button and it a little robo arm pops the popper.
There you go. Yeah,
Fuck
I got
yeah.
these fancy ass dice here that never get used.
Ass dice. Ooh, very nice.
I have some that look like that.
This one glows in the dark, I believe.
Whoa.
I'm charging it. It doesn't work. You can't see it.
I mean, you're pointing it directly into a ring light.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. Like, I tried to do that. Nope.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it happening though. Yeah, with the
You can see it happening because he's on camera.
with the tabletop.
No, in his imagination.
I kickstarted. I'm getting 2 different sets of very nice dice.
Imagination.
3, 4, 19.
Well, feast
9,
and famine. Justin
14,
keeping his real life dice
17.
luck going.
It's like 50-50 right now.
It's evening out. You just chose the wrong dice.
I don't know. It's all right. 19. That's 2 19s. Okay.
No, I'm just saying back then you were just rolling the wrong dice.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This
I
is
still
gonna go with the
remember
dragon.
someone-
Oh yes, apparently Nathan's not going to be here tonight. He's
Sorry.
at work.
Yeah.
Well,
Dead to me. Jeez.
Whee!
Yeah,
our
I
friend
figure that
Habhab
was
said,
proportional to what happened. That was a
Habhab
proportional
said,
response.
Sorry, I've got work. They're keeping me forever. And Hobo said, "You're dead to me."
What's
The proper response.
You're dead to me, over.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Emmy's
The
a good
Shakes-
friend.
The Shakespearean insult generator.
Ooh.
I forgot about that too.
Roll 3d10.
All right. Ten, 10, and 7. What a roll. Or 10, 7, and 7.
10, 7, 7. You gleeking Rupford, maggot pie!
Jeez.
Why
Never
is he
say that.
Scottish?
Never say Macbeth. in the
Shakespeare
theater.
was English.
I don't know. It just felt like I had more
Maybe
power
it's
with my Scottish accent there. So I was going for power.
maybe it's part of the Scottish play.
If there's one thing that you have to know, is that the Scottish
You
accent.
puny
gives you some
never
fly
swear
bitten
go
bum
lie.
Bailey.
You bum belly.
You
See,
never say the name of the
this is
Scottish
like-
play.
If I need to insult someone in game, like I'm gonna need this because it's not a thing I'm good at.
Have a swear go lie.
You
I'm
never
go-
say the name of the Scottish play in a theater.
True. Brings bad
'Cause-
luck.
I have seen people like literally threaten to fight somebody over it.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
It's weird, dude.
Dude, actors and people
Actors be
who are into
superstitious.
the theater take that shit seriously, like for realsies.
Did I ever have I ever told you guys the origin of the term "break a leg" in regard to the theater?
Please tell me.
So, way the hell back when, curtains, instead of splitting from the middle and sliding out to the sides, would rise from the bottom up to the top. In order to make certain that the curtain stayed, some still do. In order to make certain that the curtain stayed all in one line, they had this really long dowel that slid across the entirety of the bottom of the curtain to help weigh it down, keep it from flapping about. That dowel was called the leg. And to break a leg, in order to break a leg, you had to, during the cast bows, they would raise the curtain, everyone would bow, everyone would clap, the curtain would fall. If the clapping continued, they would raise the curtain again for another round of bows and thank yous, and then it would drop again. If that curtain was raised and dropped enough, that dowel would break. So in order to break a leg, would have the audience love the show so much that they could not stop clapping and cheering, and required many bows.
Okay. That's really neat. I like that kind of stuff.
Neat little bit of trivia.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Yo, a little bit of my hearing just came back.
Nice. Oh yeah, we weren't streaming by the time. Our dear boy Mrohy, he
Mrohy
got so angry. He got so angry that he punched his ear.
We'd like to begin this show with a public service announcement from Eli.
Don't leave Q-tips in your ear.
Don't put fucking anything in your ears other than like that. Don't ever stick anything in your ear other than your elbow ever.
This has been a public service announcement from Eli.
You fucking heard me.
You know.
You fucking heard me. Like, I only want to relieve this once, damn it.
Oh, that should, instead of the more you know star.
God, don't do it, man. It's not worth it. I don't care how good it feels. I'm telling you right now, your ability to enjoy music feels better.
No joke. After you told that story, I had to go and clean my ears.
I can't. Nobody talks about this. I finally got I got a dream job, okay? I can literally have my headphones in all day at work. Nobody fucking bothers me. I can just listen to music all fucking day. It's great.
And then you fuck yourself.
My fucking autistic brain is like, yes, this is amazing. I'm so happy. Like, I get to stim to the same fucking song on repeat all goddamn day and nobody gets to bother me.
That's when the irony god struck.
Nobody talks about the danger of Q-tips fucking up your ability to enjoy music ever again, because I can't even get, like, my earbud to seal in my right ear, period.
Gross.
So it constantly sounds like one earbud is just out of your ear.
And the dwarves
before the show, Eli
dug too deeply.
Eli told this
Like,
very detailed story about how he hurt his eardrum. I had to take my headphones off.
Just don't do it.
I couldn't take it anymore.
My mother has a similar story about a friend of hers, only she left the Q-tip in and then answered the phone.
That's where I thought it was going.
Yeah,
that he tried to jam his.
She had this old-fashioned Bakelite handset.
Oh my god, bro! I thought. Yo, I thought mine was so much worse than
reaction about this, man. I don't like it.
Justin, now you know what it's like when people talk about weird eye damage for me.
Which is weird because you work in an optometrist.
I hate eye damage too. You want to know something fucked up? Is I had weird nightmares all night about it, like that specific night, and like my girlfriend slept over, and I fucking listen, dude. I'm in Canada. Like, weed is legal up here. I'm like, I didn't want to take Tylenol because fucking I had been drinking the night before, and like that's like a whole thing. So like I'm like, oh, I had a little bong toke. Fucking because I thought that would help with the pain, but I had just woken up from this crazy nightmare where like I accidentally relived the damage the trauma I had talked to you guys about, right? But then I went to sleep in my dream, and in my dream my brain matter leaked out of my ear and onto the pillow, right? Okay, so this is what's fucked up is now I've done the little smoke, right? And I'm having a full-blown panic attack at 1:30 in the
This-
morning.
This moment's gonna haunt you. It's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Now it's gonna haunt the rest of us too.
Dude,
Thank
if
you.
that's not a reason to not use Q-tips again, I just don't fucking do it. Just don't
Hey,
do it. No.
They do
saw
put on the
this
packaging.
thing.
Don't put them in your ear. They
It's
did
like a
warn you.
screw, like a silicone screw you put in your ear. You put it in a little bit, and then you just twist it, and then sloops all that junk right out.
The ear auger.
It's one of those Facebook things. Like I don't on Facebook often, but that one stuck with me. I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, until you scoop your whole fucking eardrum
if I
out.
did, I wouldn't say their
accidentally.
name because they're not
style.
sponsoring us.
Yeah.
Oh,
like a fucking-
another. If we're doing public service announcements, ear candles don't work. Don't trust them. They're not real.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't. After that, like, I don't. I think I trust my body to break down the wax that's in my body, and I trust a doctor to get whatever I can. You know.
Break down the wax sounds like a Slipknot song.
Are you okay, Shane?
I just
You're having a hard
like I
time.
said, I grew up with a lot of ear problems. Like I
Yeah,
would
and
constantly get
This one hits you right here.
yeah, I would constantly get ear infections, and so like I would have to sleep on a heating pad, and like shit would just come
you guys
out.
make fun of me for being really squeamish about stuff in and around my eyes. Now
No,
you know
I
what it's
totally
like.
understand that.
Oh, and like yeah, this is just bringing back a lot of shit for me.
Yeah.
It's just like ugh.
No, I
See-
totally get that. I'm so sorry, bro.
No, it's totally fine. Like, yeah, I get it. It's just, yeah, like I said, I remember days of like,
oh, for sure.
of like absolute just horrifying ear trauma. Probably the only thing that's worse for me is teeth stuff. Like whenever you see like disgusting teeth stuff happen in a movie or hear about it, that one
Like
always.
there's like that one scene in American History X.
That one's gross. Probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen was if you've seen the scene in Old Boy, you know which one I'm talking about.
Fuck yeah, I do.
There's
There's
just thinking about
another-
that one makes my
There's another horror movie involving a hammer that I have a hard time getting around to.
I had to live out a millennial's worst fear today at work. I had to drive behind a log truck.
I was wondering what type of millennial for a second.
Almost
'Cause
every
it's like,
millennial.
if you're one of those like elder
grew up
emos.
If you grew up with the Final Destination movies around those formative years, you know the only people that absolutely will avoid everything possible to avoid getting behind a log truck.
I also avoid unmarked VHS tapes like the plague. Not only because they're likely
The Ring.
Not only that, but also, just videotapes of my parents.
Yeah.
Gnarly.
Yeah,
I just don't trust
probably.
that.
Your parents skated?
I don't know.
Yeah, they were totally gnarly.
Yeah, just I don't trust anything labeled like Roller Disco 79,
Wow, that's my ultimate
The
move
thing
right
that
there.
that title doesn't jump out for any specific reason or anything, My parents didn't even know each other then.
Yeah. Fuck. I
Should play
just
some
gotta reset
guys.
a little bit here.
Play some games, guys.
Games, guys.
Yeah.
Play some games.
Why was this banter not traumatizing enough for you?
Because I can make it more traumatizing.
Oh, hey, look, a little bit more of my hearing came back. That's good.
Yeah.
I think I can hear bass tones again, guys.
Oh, well.
Congratulations.
You can hear me again, can't you?
Nah, it doesn't have the same
Guys, my
effect.
wife's watching us.
Sappy, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hey.
Good to have you here. Sorry about the horrifying trauma that is the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm doing all right. Tron's doing not the best.
This game brought to you by your innermost fears.
Well,
This,
no,
this game brought to you by Q-Tip.
Tron's
And,
only halfway here.
the absence of them in my life from now on.
I guess you could say you're only halfway
Weird and
here,
gross.
Eli.
It's a me, Elijah. Anyway, okay,
I
sorry.
am in a session now. What is? Oh, you're playing D&D, or you're playing a tabletop while watching a tabletop. That's wild meta.
That's
Sappy.
That is
dedication.
like, yeah.
Right there.
You guys act like I'm not.
What?
You guys act like I'm not watching his Twitch stream while playing this game.
What?
This morning.
What system are you playing, Sappy? The god of the forest is angry. Oh, Chachu.
Chachu, that's my wife.
Bless you.
Oh. Hey, Cha. Oh, Cha. There we go. Hi, Cha.
Oh, it is.
Good to
Hi,
have you
Cha.
here.
It's the
Call
call
of
of
Ooh, Call of Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Ooh, Call of Cthulhu is so sick. I can't
Yes.
wait to GM one of those games.
Yes, you are a big smelly fan of
I'd
Call of Cthulhu.
also
I'm
like
a
to do that.
Big.
Sounds
Oh,
fun.
hey, look, a little bit more of my hearing came back. Guys, I think it's happening.
He's healing.
Well, how long has it been since you ruptured your eardrum?
3 days.
3 days. Yeah, eventually the hole will get smaller, and then it'll start repairing itself.
That does kind of feel like what's happening, but not like, I don't know. It just kind of feels like it's popped several times in the last few minutes.
I didn't know that you can. Oh god, it takes 3 to 6 weeks to fully heal. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Shit's gross.
I didn't even realize
But-
something like that could heal. I thought if you poked a hole in your ear, that's it. You learn
So
something new every
okay.
day.
Oh no!
It's a
Do we want to get into the
and he
nitty-gritty
wants to
around
kill
Can
this?
we be done with this
Do
conversation?
we want to get into
please?
the nitty-gritty on this, or do we want to play some fucking D&D?
All right,
Let's
yes,
play
yes.
some games.
So, yeah.
Run
Last
from the
time,
forest, God, Sappy, run.
Want to
Haru,
traumatize our game master, or do we want to play some fucking D&D?
Let's do it.
I kind of want to hear about Haru and how he wants to kill Sappy and all of Sappy's friends. But we can do
Interesting.
that another time. Right now, it is time
It'll
for
be in the
games.
VOD.
It is time to.
No, it's not.
What?
It's still but still, continue to believe in the heart of the cards. That will help your dice rolls.
Of course.
Interesting.
It's true. It's been proven. So yeah. Anyways, last time, you guys met up with everyone's best friend Peter, and he tried to talk him into, gave him the down low on what's happening because you weren't able to discuss with Teresa all of the stuff that had gone down, and she was not very happy with you guys. Might upset, one might say. And so yeah, you guys gave him the rundown, told him about the meeting that you have coming up, told him about like what you guys are going to do and how you're going to try and like get into the castle and all this other stuff. And so you discussed all of that with him, and before that you had set up a meeting that was meant to happen amongst a few different people that sort of like have some sway within the city proper, the greater city area.
The greater tri-state area.
Yes. And yeah, so you got that meeting in before you got into the meeting with all of the rest of the people. Now, in the time that you guys have left, was there anyone else that you wanted to meet up with, potentially invite to the meeting, or would you just like to skip ahead?
We should get Jake to cater.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake's Extreme Beef Stro.
That first of all, that's Zeke.
Zeke.
We should get
he's-
Zeke to cater.
He's way into the. He's way.
Yeah,
in
he's
that
on
one,
another
so-
continent,
And
unfortunately.
that place is probably not doing so good right now. So
No. But I
Sem
want some
did check. They were. Okay.
All right, let me put it this way.
When did Sem check? I don't think you guys haven't been back there.
nah, I imagine it's a little
Yeah.
harder to get there since it's a desert.
How many players to travel?
Not a
There's
lot of
palm
trees. Maybe there were. I don't
We
know
had
if
a
they're
whole
still there.
conversation about this.
Okay.
A few
Anyway,
months
let's
back.
move on.
The player wants Zeke's extreme beef straw to cater. The player character Aewen is fairly vegan.
I
so
would
not
love
want that.
Zeke's extreme bistro. Any bistro sounds good. I'm in the mood for some bistro.
Was it? What was the cook in the ball and walled kitchen?
Dude Inferno.
Dude
Dude
Inferno,
Inferno.
yeah.
Flamio Hotman.
No, that's a different thing entirely.
That it is. Name that reference.
That's an Avatar: The Last Airbender reference.
Very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, so is there anyone else that you guys want to talk to? Maybe get to the meeting, or do you guys just want to go straight into the meeting with who?
Should we get Sewer Nerd in on this?
Nah. No. He's
Don't know
not
if he-
particularly charismatic. He's gonna probably ruin the whole
yeah.
thing.
I don't know how much you would have to add.
The only way he could unite these people is by uniting them in their hatred of him, I think.
Hey, look, no war is fought as well as when two combatants have a common enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
We-
already
we-
have that.
No, we just set Sewer Boy up in front of the druid and then just cast swap. And then everyone that attacked Sewer Boy is now attacking druid. Yeah. Never mind, ignore me. The dumb joke, moving on, pretend it never happened.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume that there's nobody else you want to talk to, so we will go ahead and move on to the meeting itself. So, yeah, you guys are sitting inside of your stately manor. You've instructed Petor and Stanislav to, make some nosh for the meeting. They've made some crudité, some nice... What?
Some
Accoutrement.
horse d'overs.
Yes, some horse dovier.
Should I roll something to see if Aewen had any luck finding some meat? So that
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
go
have-
for it.
covered.
You can do
So
like a
they're
knowledge
You doing
local
some
roll,
meat
or-
hunting?
Well, it's just because Petor and Stanislav were threatening hunting down dog. Wow.
You
You
found
tried
some.
to find.
It's
Is
yeah.
that a knowledge local? Or was that?
Yeah. Knowledge local.
Uh,
Aewen doesn't know meat well enough to tell the difference between
Knox probably would have
any
been
kind of
able to
meat.
help you out with that. We'll have him
Or
roll
Bernie.
local real quick. Yeah, Bernie could help too.
He's from here.
Originally, yes. If you want to go ahead and roll, go for it.
Okay. Knowledge local. God damn it! I've been here in 15
Bernie's
years. You're most
yeah, Bernie's
places-
like, wait, what
most
do you
of-
mean? What do you mean, Gregory's meat doesn't exist anymore? His shop burned down. When the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time.
Fortunately, Knox has lived here for much longer, and he's able to be like, okay, everybody shut up. This is where you want to go. Go fucking tell them that I sent you. He tells you about a nice little, bodega type place. He's like, yeah, tell him I sent you. He's gonna, and then be like, yes, brother, make you special meat, don't you worry.
It's a new chain that's opened up called Zeke's Tame Beefstro.
No. No, that is not how that works. Our beef stros are only extreme. But yeah, so you found some meat for them to cook. They they put it on and make like a nice roast or something.
Oh, it's a shame who's not in town.
What?
The Swedish bard that tells the tales of the bumblefucks.
You guys haven't seen him in a little while.
Damn. Oh well.
Yes. But yeah, you guys get everything ready.
It would be good to see
out.
him. We got a tale for him to tell.
Yes. But yeah, you guys head out, or not head out, you stay in. But yeah, everything looks nice. You're ready to receive your guests and be wonderful, gracious hosts, possibly.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
I know. As I said it, I realized how crazy that sounded.
Aewen's gonna
Like,
try to find
fucking-
a comfy spot on the roof to make certain that no one's causing trouble outside the gates.
I will be standing in the corner with my arms crossed. You will not tell me how to pilot my character.
As you are watching on the rooftops, or on the rooftop of the mansion, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, all right. Boop, boop, boop. Not a 2, not a 2, not a 2. Big whammies.
That's not a 2.
That's not a 2.
So yeah, you're just kind of watching out, looking out as the city kind of goes by. Not a lot of people going about, there's people going about their business, but most of them are doing so hurriedly. Does not seem like there are a lot of people who are eager to be out longer than they have to with everything that's been going on in the city lately.
Fair.
Very much people going about their business and hurrying home and what have you. But eventually you do see that you see a sort of small contingent of city watch stroll up to the house, very punctual, about 15 minutes early from where you guys when you guys said that the meeting time was.
That's not punctual at all. That's early.
Yeah, early is punctual. 15 minutes early is on time. On time,
Yeah, but it,
is late.
yeah, but it's not stylish.
Well, the punctuality is stylish.
Punctuality is not
To
fashionable.
kids.
Punctuality is fashionable to narcs and city officials.
Well, that works well because the first one to arrive is.
I tell you right now, if you're late to my goddamn job site, you won't be late there again.
What if you're late and you get out and you come to clock in and you're like, "Don't worry, I just got a little bit gut stabbed. It should be fine to work."
You better have gut stab insurance, cause fucking, we're not covering you.
Wait, you guys? Well, yeah. Wait, you guys probably don't offer insurance. You have free healthcare.
That would track.
Just a little bit of gut stab as a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you act like we don't have other benefits still. I'm not gonna get into the fucking inner workings of our medical system, okay? There's a whole thing there.
Our resident Canadian has argued with multiple people in this party at multiple times about this particular fight.
Yes.
Yeah, for some stupid fucking reason, half our residents want to go the way of the goddamn dodo and jump off the cliff with the rest of the fucking countries, like the U.S. But they're moving towards insurance-based. The conservatives, which is the right wing up here, they want to move to
Oh, they want to
insurance-based
privatize healthcare.
Yeah, fuck. Why? Why, you stupid fucks?
I don't want to
There's a shit
get
ton
into
of
it.
money to be made in it.
Yeah, right. I don't want to get into it, but I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, not for the people that are going to be fucking. Anyway,
Yeah.
That's what you get for
discussion
being a
for
hat.
another time.
Canadian
I'm sure.
politics aside.
But yes,
what
you
happens to
see
your hat.
him and he quickly. Just a second here. Want to make sure.
Is
Yeah, you hear
Canada-
just here's the thing. You could tell he's got a very cop knock. Just
Oh shit!
Open up!
Short and firm. Love it.
yeah.
Peter, hide the weed.
So yes, Stanislav comes out and he's like, "Ah, yes, he's Mr. Guardman. Your guard people can wait out in foyer, however it is you say up here, and we take to meeting. Yes."
Wait, guard people? He brought guards. with him?
Yeah, he came with like like I said, a small contingent of guards. So he had like a couple of people.
Wasn't he like mind control, like suggestion to not do that? Come alone.
Oh shit, you're right. Yes, he did. So I
Yeah.
I apologize. I forgot about that.
Okay.
So yes, he came.
He
he
came
did
with a
come by
contingent of
himself.
nobody.
Yes. I try to remember as much as I can. Sometimes
okay.
things slip through the cracks.
Yeah, it's
Stand
no
up.
problem.
This is why retconning is a thing. Those
Yes.
well, we'll just retcon them.
He has such a presence. It's almost as if he's surrounded by bodyguards. And Stanislav
Yes,
was confused.
I'm glad he
absolutely.
did that now. I mean, because this whole thing's kind of hinges on him not doing that. Mr.
Shortly
Thieves
after
Gill
that,
would not like that.
running just a few minutes late.
As is stylish.
Yes, as is like just long enough to be fashionably late. You
But not long enough to be gauche.
um
God, if you say that word again,
You don't like that word?
I don't know why. It does something not good to me.
Yeah. Especially when you've only got half your hearing.
I was gonna say maybe it's my perforated eardrum.
about long enough to be just sort of fashionably late. You don't even hear Knock just walking in through the back door.
I wouldn't hear it knock either.
And into the
just
the sort of like dining room meeting area that you've got set up. It looks like Virgovash has just straight up broken into your house, didn't even bother to knock, just kind of like came waltzing in.
How many traps has Crash set up on that back door that he has to get through?
I don't know. How many do you think he would have set up?
I'd say a main and 2 redundancies. That seems like his plan.
He is known for crawling around the sewers, which are like heavily trapped, so I like the idea of him just walking in. So we will say that he managed
Would you say
to...
the sewers are infested with traps?
Yes, absolutely.
With them?
I realize Aewen realizes Virgo Vash is here because she hears Crash go, "What? How'd you get in here? Pass my stuff."
He's just like, hey, forget about it. So yeah, he comes, walks in, takes a seat at the table, and like a good half hour later, like straight up 45 minutes to an hour late, eventually you hear on the door, and you see just sort of like a regular dude standing there with a champion's belt around his waist, and he's like, yeah, sorry, I haven't been outside of the Monster Town this deep in the city for a while. I'm gonna be honest, the champ got super lost.
God, I love the champ.
So he comes in, takes a seat. Everybody's kind of eyeing each other very warily. People have taken like a little bit of the hors d'oeuvres, but not really like eating all that much. Not a lot has been said, I want to say. Still pretty awkward as far as things go. Virgovash and Prescott have been eyeing each other pretty warily for most of this time.
Aewen saunters into the room holding a shrimp puff. and goes, well, I guess we're all here. Let's get to planning or meeting or, talking at least. Maybe some polite conversation. Maybe not, judging by the looks. So hey,
Prescott's just like, I gave you my word that I would come and I would give this whole thing due chance, and I know that I, at least, am a man of my word.
And I'm proud of you.
Kind of throws a look over to Virgo Vosh, which, is more than maybe could be said for...
Hey, great to have you here there, Captain. It's great to have you here. So yeah, what she said. Let's get down to it, eh?
Aewen considers.
Yeah, right. So, what exactly is it we're doing here then? What is there to talk about?
Well,
yeah, Champ wants to know too.
Well, each of you have skills that could be very, very useful in this fight against
Champ
that will...
does have skills, and he'll take on anyone who wants him to prove it.
There's a druid in a big tree that says you can't beat him up in a fight.
You tell me where and when, and I will chop that tree down with these powerful guns. Guns is what you used to chop, right?
Aewen dusts her hands off. Well, that was easy. Now you two.
Though, probably shouldn't be away from Monster Town for too long. Now that I'm thinking about it.
We do have a plan to get people out of the city without going through the city for Monster Town. That's on the docket.
Okay.
Although I guess through the city is kind of a matter of definition. We are thinking about going through the wall.
Oh. Listen, little lady, I know.
He does that thing where, he bounces his pecs up and down.
He's like, I know. I'm a big guy. But even I can't punch my way through that wall.
And we got wizard for that.
We've got someone smaller than you that I've seen blow up cities. I think we can manage it. Champ has no idea how to take it.
Yeah, Champ is like, The Prescott's like,
oh no, wait, she didn't see
right.
him. She didn't see Sem blow up the city. Aewen wasn't around for that. She's heard the story though.
all right, listen. Whatever is going to happen, we need to make sure that the city is able to, if we rescue the city, we need to make sure that it is defensible and able to be lived in after that's done. I don't know about tearing down the wall to evacuate citizens. After that happens, the city is incredibly... If that were to happen, the city would be incredibly...
undefensible?
Yeah, undefensible. Vulnerable, yes.
Can you get all of your guards to stop attacking the people of Monster Town long enough for them to leave?
Well, I mean, what's his name? Habhab. Why don't you explain the whole hole in the wall thing? He's got a spell that can make a tunnel in the
Does
stone.
he? What spell is that? Do you know?
They posted it ages ago.
It's out there. It's in our chat that you cannot see. We've had discussions in there about it. What the spell is?
Pass wall?
Hey.
We just want to get over the garden
passage
wall.
is 10 feet deep plus an additional 5 feet deep per 3 caster levels. if a wall's thickness is more than the depth of the passage created. Ooh, this might just work. Okay. So yes, Habhabs gives an entirely too detailed description of the function and theory behind the spell of Pass Wall, and goes into like the finer details of transmutation magic as a school and as an area of study.
Does he start to ramble into
hey,
the
Habhab,
when he learned the spell, and we've got to like direct him back on course?
Yeah, if you could go ahead and put your little toy soldier there back in the bottle, that would be really appreciated. Oh boy, that is a lot.
What kind of bottle?
Yeah, that also, a lot of that went over my head as well.
Okay, with this Habhab, yes and no. You make a hole in the wall. We got that. You seem to know a lot about making holes in walls. Can you put it back?
Yes. The duration of the spell is 1 hour. Duration instantaneous. 1 hour per level. So it will eventually go back on its own.
But it'll be open for what?
All right.
10 hours.
That's easier than I expected.
That is more than enough to evacuate.
Is that a big enough window for their Cap?
So it is that does sound possible. The only difficulty is, little friend there said it's only a 5 foot by 5 foot opening. Monster Town has got some big citizens, as you can see before you. Oh God.
The champ.
You see the other two are not nearly as enamored by the champ as you guys are. He's like, some of the larger citizens are gonna have a hard time squeezing through there.
Well, I mean, they're what? It's 8 feet tall. Like, how tall are they?
So does have some large creatures in there, which means they would have to squeeze through.
Okay.
Which would take a little bit of extra time, but you know.
Does anyone in Monster Town know the spell grease?
They don't need. They could get real grease.
They probably could get real grease. The other thing that that may not play so well with the citizens is that doesn't leave a lot of room for moving belongings and such things.
Well, the good thing is that those belongings aren't going to be affected by this spell. It's only the people, and you can't exactly replace life.
Also, why is it we're moving only the people in Monster Town out? Like, the citizens of this city are going to find it suspicious and are honestly going to become very... They're already paranoid. If everyone in Monster Town suddenly disappears, they're going to think that something is happening. Either they're planning an attack, or that they have been attacked and someone has disappeared them. Either side is going to have reason to attack or be suspicious of the other.
Well, thank you for that wonderful point, Prescott. Everyone needs to leave.
Which, as I told you before, is not entirely feasible. Trying to put together a mass evacuation is going to come off as trying to get rid of the citizens, or so that others may take over. Like, the level of distrust does not, unless there is an active emergency, trying to put together an evacuation is going to be incredibly difficult.
Aewen takes out a gold piece and shows him the front and back of it and says, "Everyone dies," and she turns the coin over. "We try to get everyone out, and maybe some of them die." And she flips the coin. That's kind of our options at this point.
Yeah, listen. Darling, we have heard this whole thing, but and to an extent we trust you, obviously, we're out here. I think the problem here is you're not exactly understanding of human nature. Once people dig their heels in, it's real hard to get them dug back out again.
Aewen rubs her chin. Crass, do you think you could make a credible bomb threat for the entire city?
Trying to... Well, oh, God, that's right. Crass is like, well, trying to put together a bomb in such a short time is going to be one hell of a tall order there, little lady.
I suppose at this point they're used to
unfortunately,
explosions.
yeah, I could put together a bomb. It's just going to take me, I don't know, better part of a week or two, I would imagine.
That's not enough time. We need a crisis.
We got spellcasters make bombs in like the snap of their fingers. But we kind of we'll need that firepower elsewhere.
Would the people of Monster Town suddenly disappearing count as a crisis everyone needs to get out?
I don't know that the people of this city well, most of the citizens of this city are not as fond of Monster Town as you may think, little lady.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would come off more as suspicious than something that needed to be immediately rectified.
Damn it. I'm out of ideas. You have anything, Bernie? Sem?
Well, I'm getting a whole lot of no's about any whole evacuation. So, I mean, time's short. I mean, do we want to keep pursuing that route or just figure out how we stopping this thing from happening?
Here's the thing. We could evacuate Monster Town. Not a lot of people are going in or out. And we may just want to do it as close to the attack as possible. And if there's any way to hide the fact that we're doing so...
But yeah... We don't know when it's happening exactly, though. I mean, it's 24 to 48 hours. This guy is not too keen on letting us know his schedule. I don't think he got one. As soon as it's ready, he will pull the trigger.
Yeah, for all we know, that world might collapse right now. Oh, I was really hoping the Irony God would be nice and not do it, actually. Thank goodness. Aewen, like, peers out the window.
It ain't been 24 hours yet.
So,
More
we
like
don't know.
12.
So, we don't know when the crisis is happening. So, what's there to do if, let's say, guy shows up right now? The fuck do we do, yeah?
Well, we have a general idea of where he's gonna be.
Yeah, and
the
so...
castle.
So what do we do?
We bum rush him to keep him from finishing the spell. That's all
Okay,
we've got.
so how can we help with that?
Well, we got a significant number of traps in our way from getting us into the castle at the moment.
Hey, you need someone to deal with traps. Me and my people got you covered. We've been pulling, we've been moving around this guy and the rest of the gods for as long as the guild has existed in this city, so we can make it work.
And speaking of guards,
Yeah, I will admit that their ability to get around the devices and whatnot that we put up to deter them is infuriatingly competent.
Crimes.
Okay. And do you need anything knocked down? Do you need anybody to be brought to submission.
Yeah, the
Well,
big bad.
yeah, Prince Linden. And whatever he throws at us.
Also, keeping
I don't know
Prince
what he's
Simon
got.
out of the Prince Simon out of the picture wouldn't be the worst idea.
Okay, so what? You want me to go find this Simon guy and power bomb him through a table? Is that what you're telling me?
So I don't know what he's got cooked for
Off
this.
the top ropes.
Yeah,
I will take him off the top ropes. I will take him off the top of the castle if I need to.
I'm
Well,
gonna
you've got-
turn book him.
We got a druid here, right? And we've got a wizard. So you two tell me what we need to take down a guy who's a druid and a wizard. What we got to do?
I don't think Simon is a spellcaster at all, as far as
Nope.
we're aware.
But Prince Linden is.
Right.
He's both of those things.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we know Prince Simon is Prince Linden's supporter. If we have some of this faction, keep him busy.
I don't think he's a wizard.
He's got
tabletop-
arcane shit.
Tabletop wise, I don't think he's a
Oh,
wizard.
does he have arcane stuff?
We've seen both.
You
from
guys
him.
have seen him cast a couple of different spells. One was an invisibility spell, and one was shape wood. So you do know that he is able to cast both arcane and divine spells.
Oh, you're talking about Prince Linden. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Linden. Yeah, you guys actually haven't seen a whole lot of what Simon is able to do in combat.
Mhm.
I will tell you some of the things that you have learned over the time that you. I will remind you of some of the things that have come up. Number one. Teresa told you at one point she was never able to get a bead on his alignment, so she was never able to, that's one of the things that paladins are able to do, is they're able to, sense alignment.
Mhm.
You know that he's pretty good at subterfuge, and whatnot. And you do know that he was, you heard from the king that he was trained in, like, leading combat in some way or another. So you know that he has been trained to, in some sort of martial ability, and to, like, lead soldiers and whatnot. Like, he was put in charge of the defenses for
Marshals. Okay, so it would be. We don't see. Okay, so probably like cavalier, paladin, or something. It doesn't seem religious though. But
So one of his feats is I've got people for that.
possibly.
I mean, the champ with the backup of the guard could probably keep him busy. At least get him off our backs.
subterfuge. That'd be like subterfuge. Would be like rogue type stuff too. So I don't know. I'm knowing Shane. He's an interesting build with a mishmash of things.
He's got some stuff.
Yeah, he's got stuff. Yeah, I'm very eager to see where that's going. But anyway, I don't think we have any way of figuring out what Simon's got
All right.
in
Well,
store for this.
listen, one of the things, the traps are certainly going to be an issue. One of the things that you may also have to worry about. Do you know anything about what the castle guard is going to be doing during this whole time?
Well, I expect they'll be on high alert. Probably surrounding the perimeter.
I'll tell you one thing. You do not want to mess with the castle guard. Those dudes, they do not mess around. They are elite soldiers. There's a reason that they get to hang out in the castle. Unlike, the rest of these schmoes over here, kind of throws,
we have a bit
throws
of a
an eye
tango
at
there with
Prescott.
the Simon's personal guard. Wasn't easy. That guy seems to really like collecting paladins.
Yeah.
I wish we could have made good with the king. That would have gotten us into the palace easy.
Well, are you talking about Teresa and all them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're not Simon's personal guard. They would be more.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the king. They would make this whole thing much easier.
Yeah,
Well,
King Martinist.
We've run into Simon's personal guard before, and they all seem to be paladins of various.
Yes, they were. Yeah. Those guys who were
Various
protecting.
leanings.
Well, yes, they were protecting his
bedchamber.
His bed chambers. Yes.
That was back when I was playing Crass. No.
No,
No,
that was
it's
your
Aewen.
first.
That was
Aewen.
Aewen. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was trying to remember. 'cause I
Bernie's
was like,
first
I knew
combat,
I knew smoke came into this.
kind of.
Baby's first
I guess
combat.
there was still sewer stuff, but.
So we know some of what we're gonna run into in there. Yeah, sounds
We
like
just
a hell
have
of
the
a
champ.
fight.
We just have the champ, the thieves guy, and the guard here, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Teresa's party opted not to show up.
yeah, and so
They came earlier.
Yeah, you guys talked to Peter earlier about, possibly getting her less angry at you. Though you're
Yeah.
not sure exactly how
It's-
that landed.
The ball's rolling one direction or another. We don't know. That's the best we can do.
Here's the deal. I can possibly adjust, troop movements and put people at the ready. I could try and spread the word amongst the other captains and whatnot in the other parts of the city. Hi, Cairo.
That's my son.
Hi,
Cairo.
so that they will be ready, much more ready to hit the ground running if an evacuation order is given. So that is one thing that I can do. We may not be able to, like I said, we won't be able to evacuate until something happens, but we can be much more prepared for it when that eventuality comes.
Yeah. Better than nothing.
The only thing with that is that is going to require me to spread people out, spread our patrols out a lot more, and we may see more unrest in the hours leading up to whatever happens actually happens.
Mm.
Well, God's gonna be spread thin.
That means it's up to your people to try to keep the unrest down, right, Virgo?
Oh, course, yeah, I mean, hey, and if some things go missing, I mean, like he said, who knows what happens during periods of unrest and whatnot. And you see,
He's-
Prescott gets
Hey.
like slams the table and he gets up and he's like, "How dare you try and opportunistically take advantage of this situation?" He's like, "That's my whole thing. I take advantage of any situation I can. That's how we do things in the Thieves Guild."
Yeah,
old
well, here's the
man.
thing, man. Like, you want to take advantage of this situation? It's, you not getting turned into a tree. Like, this shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all got that. That's why we're all here at the table. But, why not make some coin along the way too? Yeah.
Aewen's,
my efforts need to be extremely
listen,
focused here.
I'm a businessman, and if I'm going to be offering my people to this joint venture that we got going here, they're gonna want to know that there's some kind of payday in it for them. Unlike the Boy Scout over here, my people do what they do because they want to know that there's something in it for them. Yes, not all of us can be so selfless and honorable.
Aewen's gonna try to, and this is the first time she's ever tried to do this, channel her mother. She's going to drape nobility about her shoulders as best she can, and she's going to slap the table and stand up. And just look at Prescott and Virgo with just daggers in her eyes. And she goes, "That is more than enough from the both of you. There are people that are going to die very soon. The people you profit off of, and the people you swore to protect. And here you are, bickering to each other. Fighting about fights so long pointless that you've forgotten why you're fighting them."
Go ahead and give me an intimidation roll.
Can these dice work with me, please?
23's not bad. They both look at you and like Prescott crosses his arm and he's like, "I know why I fight. I fight for the good of the city. And part of that is making sure that people are not taken advantage of by people like this." And Virgo Vash looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, and I fight for my people, most of whom are people that your city has forsaken, left in the gutter and whatnot. So, listen, you're right. There's going to be plenty of people who have died. There may be some people that die, and maybe they're not going to need their things after that happens. Who knows? Maybe we can wait until after whatever goes down, until we start going after the spoils. How's about that? Meet you halfway."
Good enough for me.
At least someone's finally looking at the big picture.
You can see that Prescott is like fighting every instinct in his body, having heard this.
Prescott, the unbendable breaks. This city can't break if the people in it are to survive.
I don't like it. But... Ooh, Bahrain? That's dope as hell. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful trip to Bahrain, and honestly, I'd love to hear about the trip after you guys come back. But
Isn't that
yes,
what the pig shouted to get the sheeps in line?
I think that was Balram you. But yeah, you see he's like, I guess our whatever this is, whatever sort of alliance, if you can call it that we have going here, does only last until whatever crisis is averted. I suppose I can't comment on whatever it is you decide to do after that. Just know that once this is done, the pursuit of justice will be back in full force as well. And the champ just looks back and forth at them, and he's like, all right, if you two want to fight, I'm actually rated as an officiant, so I can we can make this fight happen.
Just picture.
And I'll take on the winner. No holds barred.
I just
We
picture
can find out who the strongest really is, brother.
just on the ground tapping it, going 1, 2.
So, well, I can try and make sure that that the guards are placed ready to evacuate people in the most efficient way possible once that becomes necessary.
Can we spread a rumor, maybe? Virgo, do you have people that can get a rumor to go through the city quickly? Maybe that'll get people more likely to want to run.
I mean, news travels fast, but traveling throughout the whole city, I'm not sure it travels quite that fast. I can try.
I've seen you get a note to Knox almost the moment he gets back into the city.
Okay, that's one person. You're saying a rumor. You're trying to get information to spread to everybody in the city.
A lot of time for that.
Right, but we can get it to enough people. At least I'm sure you have eyes and ears all over the place. Eyes and ears can speak.
Yeah, they speak to me most of the time. Like, the information usually goes one way. Trying to go the opposite way is a different story entirely. Like,
damn it.
I was gonna say, table talk wise, I don't think that the Master of the Thieves Guild would want to show the general public who and where and how far his reach actually goes.
Right. Also, Aewen's running off of stories. So she has an opinion on how criminal underworlds work that is decidedly incorrect.
So, we'll be ready to go to help you get into the castle. The Boy Scout over here will be ready and willing to help people get out. Hopefully he can, evacuate at least a fair amount of people before, things really go sideways. Who knows?
Armageddon.
What about Big and Dumb over there? And you see the champ.
You see
points
Mrohy
back at he points back at no, he actually points back at Stanislav. He's like, huh? Stanislav looks up. He's like picking up dishes and stuff. He kind of looks up. He's like, "Is me?" He's I do best not to pay attention to conversation. Not too much. Is good way to end up with throat slit and tongue pulled out from neck hole. Vargovash is like, do you need a job? I could use someone like you. He's like, I've already got a job. Is betray mistress is good way to, end up with no skin and displayed on top of mansion for others to see what happened when,
I like the idea of both Sem and Aewen in unison putting their heads in their hands.
I think Aewen's less head in her hands, more just open mouth astonishment, followed by Stanislav, stop giving the crime lord ideas.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is a good idea. We try to be a little bit more subtle than that, but
Virgo,
dude knows how to get a point across.
A drowish necktie is not a good tool.
I definitely don't want to go into what a hole you guys crawled out of. Shit.
Spider bits.
And he's like,
Trust
yeah,
me, I'm not happy
so,
Stanislav told me about that torture method. You probably shouldn't even try it.
So we can evacuate a part of the city. Is there anything you need me or my people to do while we're doing so? Do you need me to, I feel like I'm being underutilized here.
Well, we just need you in the fight, and your price was to get the inhabitants of Monster Town out, if I remember correctly.
That is something that I do want to do. So, yeah, I'm more than once things start popping off, I'm ready. You point me in a direction, and I will put whatever it is you need me to in a headlock. And I will not stop until I hear that 1, 2, 3 count.
Yeah, well, it's the royal guards that are a bit of a problem at this point, but I don't... That doesn't sit well with me to stick you on them. I mean, I don't think you and your boys could stand up to something like that. I feel like it wouldn't take long for you guys to get cut down.
Yeah.
So, do we know how this whole thing works? Is there gonna be like, is just everyone becomes poof trees, or is there gonna be like stuff that we have to fight to get people out? Because I can help with that if you need me to.
Yeah, we're pretty certain about how this whole spell thing works, and I'll tell you all about it after the meeting, one-on-one.
Yeah, actually, it's a good idea. We don't know. There might be something trying to stop the people from leaving.
Crap,
If that's the
19
case,
love skill.
we will definitely need guards and Monster Town folks at the ready to fight them. As far as I'm concerned, like those traps, we got a way in. Just these through the traps, we'll try and figure out the rest of the way in ourselves.
Would some of
The rest of the forces could try to just fight for the citizens. We'll try and save the city as what best we can, but
would some
we
of the
can't send
inhabitants of
everybody.
Knox
We need
willing to
people
help?
on defense too.
Yeah, I can back up my man over here, and you see he claps Prescott on the back like entirely too hard. He's sitting there like still with his arms. He has to unfold his arms to like catch himself against the table. He's like,
His face goes into the dish of deviled eggs.
yeah, much appreciated, I guess. There are a fair amount of guards that are not fans of people from Monster Town, but I'm sure that once things go south, they will be happy for the reinforcements.
Are there some people from Monster Town that'd be willing to help?
Oh,
Champ?
we got plenty of fighters in Monster Town. You've seen the people with the spirit. They wear the mask of that shows that they got the heart for combat, that they are ready to throw down and accept whatever challenge comes their way.
They bear the mark of the people's tools, the hammer and the sickle.
Wait a second. I got an idea.
You know about the hammer and sickle match. Oh, those ones get ugly, brother.
He's like, the hammer, and he flexes one arm, and the sickle, and he flexes the other arm.
No, he's already got names for them. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Tragedy and time.
Because it makes jokes of all.
Yeah, because he makes jokes out of the competition.
I should get one of those masks. I should join the fight of the proletariat.
Hey, we can find you one if you'd like.
I suppose I should hope it would fit better than the one your guard was wearing at the gate.
He made that one himself. We've got people who much better.
Love the effort. He needs some help.
Yes, because it's not just about struggling against others. Sometimes it's struggling against yourself to better yourself, whether that be in the ring or whether that be to improve those skills that you want to work on. It's all about becoming stronger in whatever way it is you need to become.
I get a very the workers will seize the means of production vibe from the champ.
And you are getting the right vibe.
I love the champ.
Aewen tries an ooh yeah, and it's not good.
He's like, hey, you got the spirit, and that's what counts.
Anybody who wants to can make me a sense motive check.
On
Just a general sense motive check.
just a vibe check.
Just a read the room check.
Yes. Aewen, you
25
can
from
tell. And I would say Aewen is probably the only one that can tell at this point. As much as they were like exasperated with him at the beginning of this meeting, you could tell that both Vergovash and and Prescott are a little bit charmed by the champ.
I mean, how can you not?
Like, especially after this whole pep talk about bettering yourself and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, I kind of dig his message. Whatever. Shut up.
Aewen makes a mental note to tell Peter to make her a cloth mask with a hammer and sickle embroidered onto it.
Oh my god.
All right. So, yeah, the champ, I think, is just like,
all right, I only see one problem. I can have the people's hammers waiting to jump into combat as soon as it starts going down. But how do you propose they move about the city so that they can be ready and waiting for the fight?
Disguises?
And what?
Disguises? Some kind? I don't know.
We could have guard patrols pretend they're escorting prisoners. But they're not prisoners, they're the people's hammers.
Well, number one, many of the jails are entirely overcrowded at the moment with with trying to keep the city in at least a somewhat peaceful state. And number two, whoever it is we have in charge of the jails, I don't know if I will be able to trust them or not to let the prisoners, let's say, go once things start going down. They may even blame the people that are in jail at the time.
I wasn't saying actual prisoners. I was saying we get some of the people from Monster Town to help pad out some of your guard patrols. But as a disguise, pretend they're taken captive by this guard patrol.
The only thing that's wrong with that is that there will be guards that are curious about why they saw people from Monster Town being arrested and don't see them within the jail cells.
Oh, this comes
Any
back
way
to
we could
information.
disguise them as guards? I mean, I don't know, maybe...
I don't know, brother. Some of the people that are going to be joining the fight are pretty big and pretty not exactly your typical human flesh colored.
Hey, Virgo.
Even flesh colored.
How easy would it be to get a guide for multiple groups of people trying to get around the city undetected? Say, by an underground maze.
You know, at one point, would have been pretty tough. Would have been a big ask. Fortunately, not too long ago, we came into some information about the layout of the sewers. Able to map it out much better than we'd ever been able to. So, may actually be pretty feasible.
Look at that. Mushroom opportunity. They're popping up.
It is a good... Hey, on that note, any sneaky ways of getting into the castle via your fancy little map there?
Ooh, yeah, your guy might be able to get you in. If you do try that route, it is going to be incredibly trapped. Things get much more locked down the closer you get to the castle.
Things get real
Most people
trappy
in the
down
guild,
here.
most people in the guild know not to go anywhere near the castle as far as the sewers go. It's possible, but it's difficult. I don't know that I would trust a lot of my guys to be able to spot and disarm the traps that are up there. Hell, a lot of them aren't even on the schematics that we have. There's very few people that know about where they are and the layout and whatnot.
So Pete is the one who's putting up traps up above. That much I know.
Yes, he told you as much that he's supposed to be,
I'm seeing that in
helping out with
character,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I heard.
So what would you recommend then?
I'm not
would
sure
you
about what's
recommend
going on in the castle.
going through the sewers? That's why I was getting the cast. Going through the sewers or finding a way through up top.
Both, if it was my heist, that's a tough one. See, I don't know. The problem is I don't know what new defenses they've added up top. Like down below is a known quality to an extent. I don't know how bad the root systems are down there that's been choking off a bunch of the sewers and whatnot.
Sounds like up top's best way to go. Besides, you might know a thing or two about how Peter tends to operate. You guys might have a bit of an advantage there.
Hey, yeah, he's been working for me for a while, so I have a little bit of an idea. So, yeah, we can definitely see what we can do.
You got the Royal Guard uniforms lying around?
Didn't I just
That's a
say we don't
difficult
fuck
thing to
with the
come
Royal
by.
Guard?
If it was something that somebody had
is my
stolen
way around
before, if it was something that somebody had stolen before, chances are they probably would have fenced it by now. Getting caught with something like that is huge offense, and those things do command a fair price. So that would be a quick turnaround item. It's not something you would necessarily want to sit on.
Makes sense.
That's a hot coat.
Might have to sit on that one.
It's
for a
not
bit.
like if you can get into the castle beforehand. If you you said that we got a little bit of time, it might be something you can get your hands on. Who knows? I mean, I'm gonna be busy trying to, like I said, getting word out is not easy. I got a whole city full of guild members that I gotta try and wrangle up.
Wait a second.
I'm not gonna be able to break in and still make sure all that happens.
I fucking hate that I'm saying this. 'Cause I fucking hate teleportation magic. Damn near killed me. Can we just do that?
You did punch Habs to make it happen. It's kind of your fault.
Just teleport into the castle?
Yeah.
Yes, you do know that there are some places within the castle that are
Some can do it.
unable to be teleported into.
We can't travel via
True.
plants.
Yeah, you
That's
can
true.
travel via plants is an option.
Maybe we're making this a bit too complicated. Maybe just stick with what works.
The tried and true tree method. The 3 T's.
Yeah. You know, it wouldn't hurt to have a bit of a spy there. Get an idea what's going on.
Yeah. Well, if you know somebody in the castle that you can get to give you information, by all means. I've got some people in the castle, but trying to get messages in and out at this point is a bit of a tricky situation. I might be able to get a little bit of information. I could put some feelers out there. You let me know what it is you need to know, and maybe I can figure it out for you.
We'll get to work on an insider.
Yeah, it's something I
my-
think we've got an idea on.
Aewen like looks around at her companions, just like trying to tell them not to like mention the fact that El-Anon's in the castle.
I can
He's pretty locked down though, like he can't go anywhere. He's not what I was thinking of.
I can go into the castle to make reports if I need to, but if I step too far outside of my routine, people will get suspicious.
I mean, hey, it sounds like a good idea.
Is there anything you want to know about what's going on inside of the castle? Just general info on fortifications and what have you?
Fortification, movements of people, and yeah, that's it really.
I'll see what I can
have
do.
a vision of what things could look like when we show up.
King is making this so hard on us. I mean, fair, but like...
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say.
a little more complicated than that, but yeah. I think we kind of made it a little hard on ourselves too, though.
All right.
Who's this we business?
So, we've got
Sam shrinks in her chair.
I mean... she
we've
can
got
hear what the
ideas
people
on
controlling
what
her
we need
friends
to
are
do.
thinking.
Is there anything else that needs to be discussed? Anything that we need to be prepared for? If something does happen, do you know what? Yeah, is there anything that you can tell me about this whole tree business?
Sam?
Sam would relay what she knows.
Okay, what does Sem know?
Oh. Which tree?
I think he would ask like, okay, you've kind of relayed most of the general information and whatnot. He's like, you said that there's some tree within the tower that is necessary to all of that. Is there anything special about this tree? Is there anything... Do you know of any sort of effects that this magic might have?
What magic?
Whatever it is that's going to, make all of this possible. Is there anything that we need to watch out for?
Table talk speaking, does Sam know?
So you actually know that this is the tree that is within the that's within the tower is a special kind of tree. It's sort of like a heart of the forest type of deal, and you've seen these trees in a few other places. There was one inside of your forest, and there was one inside of a forest that
Prime
you
material
guys
plate.
have actually been to.
It was in that like temple place, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so if you want a little bit of help, go ahead and make me a knowledge nature check. Okay, pretty
23.
good. One of the things that you remember about the tree is that the closer you got to it, the more it played with time and space. Like these trees, you remember, are essentially a link to the first world, sort of like the Fey realm of Pathfinder. Right. And so the closer you get to it, the more time and space kind of goes all wibbly wobbly and starts ignoring the hard and fast rules of physics and whatnot.
Frankly, it's astounding. time is fleeting.
Shut up.
Madness takes its toll.
So I would relay that.
Okay. So
Basically
yes.
saying like, I wouldn't go so far as destroying the tree,
Okay.
because ultimately this spell is going to be
Well, as
leave
far
to
as I know,
cast
you've already vetoed that option anyways, seeing as how whatever his name is
Peter.
trapped inside of there.
Oh, Silver. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever it is you've been looking for, or what have you, I guess. I don't know.
right.
So
I think some would
Actually-
say, yeah, being who I am, I have no real love for this city. I think keeping me here is my love for Silren.
Aewen goes, oh, not even your friends?
Some would roll their eyes and say, of course they'd come visit you.
I think Habhab would speak up at this point and say, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about the whole like spatial warping aspect. There is entirely a chance that any sort of teleportation magic that we do once that happens may have a higher than normal failure rate, even for something like travel via plants. You may end up in a plant you didn't intend to."
Some would say, even so, it's still relatively safe. It's more like walking through a door than wholesale teleporting through.
Yeah, I don't know.
space and
What kind of
Yeah, of
margin?
course, Birdie's not going to be.
Well,
What kind
do
of
it.
margin? what kind
I
of
was
margin-
feeling real bad about the idea to begin with. This ain't helping.
Habhab, what kind of margin of error are we talking here?
well, it really depends. Because there's the spatial warping effects of being so close to the first world. There is also the fact that an artifact that is specifically used for like planar, that is like part of like the extraplanar system is going to be being used. So any sort of travel that may affect any sort of travel that, you know, uses like extraplanar methods to
I don't
work
like this
may be
idea
affected.
anymore. Yeah, okay.
So, margin for error could be, would really take some testing to figure that out.
Yeah, if we teleport
more-
to God knows where, we ain't gonna be too helpful here. And the city's pretty much fucked at that point.
I imagine that travel via plants will probably be more reliable, but we are still traveling extraplanarly, so there are things that could happen in between there, like we might get shunted into a different plane or end up in a different place than we meant to.
Could Mrohy's Aeon compass help us at all with that?
Aeon compass.
Doesn't he have the Aeon stone compass thing?
Oh, he's got a wayfinder, but that essentially just functions as an actual compass.
Oh.
It holds an Aeon stone that gives him some I don't think he has an Aeon stone in it, but he can put an Aeon stone in there if he wants to.
I just
There is an
remember-
Ion Stone in there. It gives me +1 to an ability check once per day.
Oh, well, there you go.
I just remember the Aeon stones had something to do with planar stuff. So
Ion.
maybe that would
It's-
help.
IOUN or some bullshit yet.
No, so Aeon stones don't, but the stones that you guys were collecting are essentially shards of like other planes.
Oh, well, never mind then. Never mind then. Fine. Forget it.
What about airwalk?
That has nothing to do with any sort of
When we get launched into the air, we could walk.
and it might be much easier for us to, you know, get past any sort of ground forces or what have you, any sort of obstacles that lay on the ground. Is not a bad plan, I think. Should not be any sort of interference as far as, you know, spatial magic goes, any more so than would normally be occurring.
Case.
It's a fairly aggressive use of spell slots, though, to get our entire party in there with their walk.
Not for Sem. That's communal.
Oh.
Sem's got communal airwalk.
Yeah.
There'll be 1 or 2 slots. And low-level slots.
I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I will be right back. Give me just one moment here.
Sure. We'll just plan how to get in.
Bio
All right.
break.
So airwalk. We could airwalk in. We could try teleporting in, which I don't like. Airwalk. We could do invisibly, maybe. If there's a way for maybe Habs to cast invisibility of some
Burning
kind.
a lot of spell slots even before the fight, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so bad for
Having to
Sam,
fight
as
the
far as
royal
this-
guard would also burn spell slots, as much as HP.
Not if we can get Teresa
And
and Fam on
supplies.
board.
Yeah. Well, we need a contingency plan.
True.
I'm thinking we can do that, but in case we don't, we got to get in there regardless. So, the group invisibility, is that a spell that Hab can cast? I don't know if he has that on his list or anything. Open his sheet. Let's take a look at his spells here.
Communal Airwalk is a 5th level spell.
That's 5th. Oh, damn. That's
Well, because it affects a number of people. And it's kind of OP in
And Hab's
situation like
already
this,
going to
so
be
it makes sense.
casting a 5th level spell just to get Monster Town out.
Yeah.
Well, Sem can cast a 3rd level spell to get Monster Town out. All she has to do is shape the stone in the wall.
Okay.
You can move 8 cubic feet of
Okay.
stone, which is a lot.
Okay.
Who can do what now?
I'm just looking at what Habs had as far as invisibility. If he could do invisibility on a number of people, or...
Is there
I
an
don't think so.
invisibility communal?
Em also has a shitload of money. We could just buy a bunch of rings of invisibility.
Do you have that much?
How much are they?
I don't know, like 20,000 gold or something.
Each? Can't be.
A ring of invisibility is 20,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It would be
I don't have
cheaper
that
to
much.
buy every individual person amnesty. Is that an
Amazing.
option?
Habs could craft some. I don't know how crafting a scroll is. How long that takes.
What level spell is invisibility? Is that
2.
3rd? 2nd level?
Yeah.
You could get potions of invisibility for 300 gold pieces each.
Okay. And how many minutes would that last?
That's the worst idea.
3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Well, that would be going off of the lowest level, so that would actually be 3 minutes. Although,
yeah,
if you wanted to do like a 10-minute one, so it's level of the spell times the creator's caster level times 50. So that would be 10 times. So if you want to do like 10th level times 2 is 20 times 50 would be 1,000, I think.
per person, per potion.
Yes.
Yeah, that would work. That would get us in. Burn the money now.
We'd have to be close though.
That's fine.
Wait, how many people was there?
Yeah, remember, you can do potions for any spell up to 3rd level.
Yeah.
Does have ranks in craft alchemy.
The only issue with
Not
that
craft
is
potions.
that is going to take way too long.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
money though. We don't. I mean, yeah, if you're volunteering to spend some gold, this is end game. Now's the time to spend it. Let's load up on consumables. We should honestly do that anyway. I mean, load up on not just invisibility potions, but healing potions. What we can get our hands on, you know, to save the spell slots.
Hey, if you need invisibility potions, I know a guy. Primo work. Good stuff.
Yeah, I say we're interested.
I want to say some would be like, yeah, and how much? But some
Yeah?
doesn't have any concept of money, so she wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could get that guy's name too, I think that would be really helpful. Hey, you can go fuck yourself.
I love the idea that Prescott probably just kind of giggles. He's like, hey, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, he just kind of shrugs. He's like, eh.
Yeah, I think we'll take you up
Champ
with an offer.
Champ is good. The champ wants his enemies to see him coming when he takes them down to the mat for the 3 count. He wants to see the fear in their eyes.
It wouldn't be so bad if, you know, you folks in Monster Town got to play an active part in protecting the city. I bet you that probably helped
Champ
you out
is
quite a
also
bit.
hoping that if we show this city what our citizens can do, then maybe it will open their eyes to the tapestry of possibilities that lie within all races within not Galarian. I forget the name.
I don't remember. I never remember this one either.
Yeah, I never do either. I actually gave it a name, but I can never remember because it always gets deleted and replaced with Galarian.
Yeah.
Starts with an A, doesn't it?
Aeon, there we go.
Aeon.
Working within the system often doesn't work. Often is not a true path to change, but changing the hearts and minds of the people. Oh, brother, you'd be amazed what that can do.
All right.
No one expects the champ to be the smartest guy in the room.
The wisest, I'd say. Not the smartest, but he's definitely.
I don't think he's smart. He's definitely class conscious, though.
Yeah. I like him. I feel inspired. We need to get a poster of the champ so I can put it on my wall.
All right.
Right there.
So I think
Right here.
Prescott's like, yeah. Is there anything left to discuss? It seems like we've all got an idea of what our assignments are. All of us have things that we need to prepare. So, is there anything, any addendums or whatnot that need to be taken care of?
I think we covered it pretty damn well. Honestly, I'm real impressed with how this went.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this whole thing, but I am glad that we were able to come to at least somewhat of an agreement, at least until the crisis is averted, apparently. And, Virgo Vash, nice to meet you. Hopefully we can meet again in the future. Hey, listen, I came here in good faith. Don't go, spreading the name around, yeah? I'll see what I can do. Like I said, until this whole thing has been cleared up, I think we've got a bit of a truce going. Yeah, all we can ask for. After that, you know. Sometimes lips need to be zipped, yeah? Yeah? Guess we'll see. Champ's just happy to be here. I think this went great.
I'm always happy to do things.
And then, yeah, everybody kind of gets up and starts moving towards the exit. Prescott's like, well, it sounds like you guys have plenty to prepare, so I suggest that you get to doing that. Get your house in order, because I'm gonna do my best to make sure that everything's ready to go when things go down.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Right. Yeah, he heads out.
The second everybody leaves, Mrohy goes, I told you that would work.
Why are you a fucking genius? You know that?
This was Maury's idea, yeah.
Good job, Mrohy. I'm proud of you.
Pretty quiet for, being the person who suggested it, but
Listen,
This isn't his
knows
cup
war.
of
He
tea.
doesn't know politics.
Mrohy knows when to be strong and silent.
That's an important role in this
one of those times.
situation. We needed someone to do that. That's neutral. So yeah.
So, is there anything that you guys can think of off the top of your head that you would like to pick up before things start popping off?
Probably a number of things. Speaking
We could
plainly,
probably
I probably would need more than just the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes to prepare that.
Okay.
Yeah. How much
That
gold
list
do you
of
have at your
items.
disposal right now that you're willing to spend?
I have about 25,000 gold total.
And I'm sure Sam's willing to throw it all away for this fight to save Silrin.
Oh yeah, gold means nothing to her at this point, or
Nah.
really ever at any point. Just the reason why she doesn't spend it. She honestly forgets she has it.
Yeah.
Everything in the world is free. Gold just makes it easier to obtain.
Aewen's got a shit ton of gold too, actually.
She's got some.
It says here you've got 22,800 gold.
Some. 40,000 gold to throw at this problem.
I don't remember her having that much. Oh yeah, because we got paid recently. That's right. I
Yeah.
didn't have
Yep.
anything I wanted to spend it on.
So,
lots of
if you've got some
consumables.
equipment that you'd like to grab,
Yeah, and equipment. Yeah. I don't know. Bernie's pretty well decked out. I don't know. We'll have to take a look, I guess. We'll do some shopping.
I mean, the biggest thing that I wanted for Aewen, I got on loan from the church. So
Yeah,
What was
that
that?
was a good one. The mithril armor.
yeah, the angelic armor,
Celestial armor. Yeah.
celestial armor. That's it.
didn't you have to pay for that though?
I paid some.
It's a deposit, really.
Deposit.
Yeah.
But it gives me fly for free once per day. So
Yes, and it actually gives you pretty good AC, does it not?
plus 3 chainmail.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
It is really good.
I think A1's got the highest AC in the group now.
That's pretty good. My AC is 28.
I can beat that in wild shape.
Yeah, well.
Trying to think what else we would need. I think it's just a
made
couple
mistake giving that
potions.
to you.
Consumable.
I
Consumables,
did not.
wand
I
scroll.
do not think I realized that it was a +3.
Eh,
Okay.
25
need
is pretty reasonable. 28 is a little fucking bonkers.
that is kind of bonkers. That's okay.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
bonkers
fine.
guy.
It'll be fine.
Or, yeah, we'll need a shopping. Also, Sam wants, beyond anything, to try to get one-on-one with Teresa so she can finally explain. She was not in the right mind, but since I think almost 2 days have passed now, I think that there is a way that she could smooth things over.
She needs
So
some
she has
space.
no idea how to even get in the room.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that so much.
Yeah, but if we don't have to worry about fighting them, and if we can turn them to fight for us, then there's all of that.
I think we've
Support.
got that going as best we can at the moment. You could try, maybe. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna rely
it's
on
the best
Peter
we
at this
can.
point, but I mean, it's a good. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to.
I want
if
to
you're
explore
pretty
the
dead
threat
set
at
on
the
it.
very least.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, you could. Not a lot of time left,
Oh.
though. Could happen
Sim
any
would have
minute
no idea how to
at
even
this
do that.
point.
I think maybe she might follow the Thieves Guild out and ask if there's any way that he knew of how to get a hold of William
I mean,
William?
Peter?
or Peter.
Oh, Peter. Yeah, William, I don't know how much you would actually get accomplished getting in touch with William.
Oh yeah, I always get those two
He's
names
a
mixed
big
up.
dumb
William
guy.
seems more of like a classy name to me, and Peter seems more like a less classy name to me. And Peter seems more of the classy type, so I think that's why I get those two mixed up.
I love that. There's this big orc named William.
Great.
Well, if you guys want a bit of lore, he did have another name when he was actually part of an orc tribe. William is
What's
the
his orc name?
William's the name that Teresa gave him.
Hmm.
His orc name is...
Was it Grognak the Barbarian?
No, it was not Grognak the Barbarian.
I really don't want to fight him.
No?
He'd fuck you up, man. Oh, God.
Orgug was his name.
I love that.
I like William.
William's got some stuff, too. He's pretty cool.
I'll never forget how upset he got when the gem he was guarding was just,
He's just
gone.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call it then
Yeah,
for
I felt-
tonight.
I
Sorry
think
about
that's
that.
a good place to call it.
All
We
right,
can
sounds
decide
good.
whether it is we want to do an actual shopping episode or whether we want to just skip all of that stuff.
Yeah.
in the
Sounds good.
future. So
I'd say have your answer by
thank you for
pregame
joining us.
tomorrow,
I hope
as far as
everyone
if you want to do
has
that on camera or not.
a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, and if you in fact you did join us, and thank you for watching the video on YouTube if that's how you're doing it as well.
If we ever make t-shirts, that's going to be on the back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. If in fact you did.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.